What's going on, guys? This is Micah from Fantasizing, where we bring you up to speed on all things fantasy football. As always, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Also, we want to hear from you, so leave a comment and let us know if you agree or disagree with our list. Today, we're going to dive into my top 5 must-draft rookies. At number 5, we have my guy, Jeudy. Before I go more in depth with him, we need to start at quarterback though. Lots of people are scared about Drew Lock because he only started 5 games, and it's honestly a valid fear. But based on the information that we have, we projected him to finish the season with a little over 3,200 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. That's a really solid rookie campaign. I only see improvement happening with the weapons they've added and the confidence that the coaching staff has shown in him. But back to Jeudy. Scouts haven't been able to come to a consensus about the best receiver in the draft, but one thing that's for sure is that they agree that Jeudy is hands down the best route runner in the draft. Not only that, but he's also really great after the catch as well. Last season at Alabama, there were 4 skill players on offense projected to go in the first round, 2 this year and 2 next year. And he still caught 77 balls for 1,163 yards and 10 touchdowns. But 3 things really stand out to me why he's going to be a big-time player this year and for years to come. Number 1, Von Miller's reaction when they drafted him. The guy has coronavirus and was legitimately dancing. NFL players know talent when they see it, and he knows they got a steal in Jeudy. Number 2, Nick Saban coming out and saying that he's going to be at Julio and Amari Cooper's level in the NFL. And number 3, DraftKings has his over-under this year at 850 receiving yards. I guarantee he'll be at or near the top of receptions and yards for rookie this season and will finish as a solid flex. So coming in at number 4, we have Cam Akers, running back from Florida State. He was actually my dark horse coming into the draft. He was the number 1 prospect coming out of high school, but honestly just went to Florida State at the wrong time during a rebuild. He's a 220-pound back with 4.4 speed and is a monster when he gets in the open field. Last year, with one of the worst offensive lines in the country, he rushed for over 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. He also caught 30 balls for 225 yards and 4 TDs. The most telling stat to me, though, is that last year he was hit at or behind the line of scrimmage on 30% of his total carries and still averaged 5 yards a carry. That's ridiculous and just showcases the talented back that he is. He's going to a Rams team where I think he comes in, wins the starting job immediately, and averages between 15 to 20 touches a game. Most, if not all, from the ground because I think he can improve as a receiver. But to me, he's a guaranteed high-end flex and has RB2 upside. At number 3, we have DeAndre Swift. Even though it seems like he'll be splitting time with Kerryon to start the season, I think Swift is a must-draft. Last season, he rushed for 1,218 yards for 7 touchdowns and caught 24 balls for 216 yards and another score. Even though he only caught 24 passes last year, I feel like he was easily the best receiving back in this draft. He changes speeds better than any player in this year's draft and has the ability to make defenders just look silly. It feels like Detroit is already fed up with Kerryon's injury problems and believes Swift is a long-time answer. So here's 3 reasons why you should be confident drafting Swift. Number 1, he's just a better overall football player than Kerryon Johnson. Seriously, just watch the film. I don't think it's close. Number 2, Kerryon's injury history. He's played a possible 18 of 32 games in 2 seasons. Definitely not what you want in your starting running back. And then number 3, just the potential he has if he takes Kerryon's reps or Kerryon gets hurt again. You have an RB2 and maybe even an RB1. But I'm confident saying that Swift will take over next season and definitely finish as a low-end RB2 with the potential of a low-end RB1. Coming in at number 2, we have Jalen Reagor. Listen, this is my hot take, and I'm definitely expecting pushback. As far as the opportunity goes, though, there isn't a better place to go to than Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey is on the trade block, and it looks like he may not even be a receiver with the Eagles next year. Even if he doesn't get traded, though, Jeffrey hasn't had a season over 850 yards since 2014, and has only played 23 of 32 possible games over the past 2 seasons. Deshaun Jackson's the other main threat at receiver, and he missed 15 games last season. So he gets to come in and thrive in the Deshaun Jackson role with Carson Wentz. The thing about Reagor is he can play wide and in the slot, but is just electric when he has the ball in his hands. So you have to throw his last season away going back to college because he had a true freshman quarterback and went 5-7. Not only that though, when he was targeted, Reagor had the 4th highest uncatchable ball rate in the entire NCAA. So let's go back to 2018. He had 72 receptions for 1,061 yards and 9 touchdowns. Something extremely unique about Reagor is that he has gotten at least 13 carries in back-to-back seasons for a combined 259 yards and 2 touchdowns. Doug Peterson drafted him to be the Deshaun Jackson of old. Don't be surprised to see him catch around 70 balls this year and break out as a rookie. As creative as Peterson is, I'm confident saying that you can draft him late and expect a flex campaign minimum, but I'm predicting a low-end wide receiver 2 finish, one of the best values in the draft. Last but not least, at number 1, we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Listen, I was honestly going to be happy with whoever went to the Chiefs at running back, but the fact that Edwards-Helaire did is scary. Last season, he rushed for 1,414 yards and scored 16 touchdowns. In the air, he caught 55 balls for 453 yards and another score. He averaged 6.6 yards a carry and dominated the SEC in both rushing and receiving. Now, you pair that with Andy Reid, who is the best offensive mind in the game and possibly of all time. You should be confident drafting Edwards-Helaire because Andy Reid reached in the first round to get him and obviously has a plan. In fact, Reid has already come out and said that he is and will be better than Brian Westbrook, who Reid coached while in Philadelphia. There's also rumors that Damian Williams could be cut, which would be crazy and give him a good chance to finish as an RB1. Even if Damian Williams isn't cut, you're still putting an explosive running back on the most explosive offense in the NFL. Edwards-Helaire will finish as a guaranteed RB2 and has RB1 upside.
Hey, it's Alex, editor-at-large at Fantasizing. I'm just reminding you guys to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Give us a like if you liked it. If you thought any of Micah's takes were whack, let us know in the comments below. And if you really like what we're doing, we ask you to share with some friends. And if you really, really like what we're doing, you can check us out on patreon.com/fantasizingfootball.